What do you say to voters who feel they are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump?
We have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. 400,000 people. 40 million people.
I've never seen anybody lie like this guy. And I'd love to ask him, and will, why he allowed millions of blacks to come in here from prisons, jails, and mental institutions and destroy our country. They don't like us. We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid. They think we're very stupid people. They're taking over our schools, our hospitals, and they're going to be taking over Social Security. What this man has done is absolutely criminal, and I agree with their decision to have done that.
President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question.
The truth is, I'm the only president this century I was able to reduce black individuals.
The black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. This man is a criminal. This man, you're lucky. You're lucky.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now.
But when he talks about a convicted felon, his son is a convicted felon.
I don't know where the hell he's been.
When the public found out about these cases, because they understand it better than he does, he has no idea what these cases are.
I'd like to know what they are. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. He should apologize to me right now.
What are you going to do?
How do you address concerns about your capability to handle the toughest job in the world well into your 80s?
I was recently look, if we finally beat Medicare.
What do you say to voters who have concerns about your capabilities to serve?
I didn't have sex with a porn star.
That is simply not true.
President Biden?
I've put more black families on the street than any administration has. I cut them in half. That's why I'm working so hard to make sure I deal with those problems.
Well, I don't think too many believe that. And let me tell you about January 6th. On January 6th, 51 years ago, almost every police group in the nation from every state is supporting Donald J. Trump. Almost every police group. And they like me more than just about any of them. And that's why we have the best numbers with them in maybe ever. They're saying ever. I read this morning where ever, the best numbers. So he was right in the way he finished that sentence. And it's a shame.
Every single thing he said is a lie. Every single one.
I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
Thank you. President Biden?
The impact on the
Thank you.
He's not equipped to be president. You know it, and I know it. It's ridiculous. We have a debate. We're trying to justify his presidency. We shouldn't be having a debate about it. There's nothing to debate. I was the one to do it, Daddy.
Closing statements as predetermined by a coin toss. We're going to begin with you, President Biden. You have 2 minutes.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
And by the way,
thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them, both of them, as you know, in front of, I believe, the largest crowd I've ever spoken to, about a relatively small number of people that went to the Capitol, and in many cases were ushered in by the police. We have never done so well. Everybody was amazed by it. Something which a lot of people don't like to talk about. Like so many politicians, this man is just a complainer. If I'm given another 4 years, I will be the best. I think I'll be the best. I'm going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again. I think it's very important. Some people don't. Follow your heart.
Never heard so much malarkey in my whole life. We are the most admired country in the world. We're the United States of America.
He made that up.
I've never heard so much foolishness.